Hey guys, Barry in here from Epic, and we're doing some off-roading with the Nami Burn E, and it's amazing. I was riding down here on the Tommy Thompson Trail on a really hot day here in Toronto. In fact, I just browsing through my Instagram feed, I just saw an article that today, June 2nd, 2023, hottest day, hottest June 2nd since 1934. So yeah, I'm glad I got my hydro pack on here and dressed right, but yeah, having a great time taking here on this little gravel trail, which it's handling just fine. Yeah, can speed up. Tires are not a problem. Feel pretty much just as smooth, almost as riding on the roads, on the streets. So this is some light off trail, I'm gonna say, and maybe we'll do a little bit harder off trail soon if we find a nice area to do that. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying my ride. I feel very confident on this light gravel trail with the Nami Burn E scooter. It's a very, again, very soft ride. Feels very comfortable. And acceleration, very nice, as usual. Thumb throttle works great. I can definitely control my speed, whether I want to cruise really slowly like I'm doing now, or if I want to give it a little boost. Yeah, it's easy to do. Again, very comfortable. Hey, hold on. You ready for me to disappear? The straightaway looks way too much fun. That I gotta take it for a rip. You ready? Well, let's do this. Adios. Woo! This scooter is the best, man. I love it. It feels so great, so nimble. I mean, I was flying down this straightaway here, and I just felt confident, especially with this steering damper. Really holds the steering into place really well. Of course, it's also adjustable, so you know you can make it the feeling as tight or loose as you want. But you know, I always recommend, you got the steering damper, so you definitely use it, take advantage of it. It's really good. The suspension obviously is second to none over here on this Nami Burn E. So bumps along your way, it's not really an issue. It just goes right over like butter. So it's freaking awesome to say the least. Off-roading too. We're doing a lot more serious off-roading now, going over like rocky areas, and it might not be the best probably for the tires, but it can certainly handle it. Let's do a little takeoff here. Rocks going nice. So I'm doing about 40 kilometers an hour right now, and it feels good. Could definitely handle the off-road terrain, as I said a few times already, and handles it nicely with the suspension and all these rocks I'm going over. It's yeah, it's good. Still that same soft feeling ride as you would expect on the street, as it is off the road. Yeah, the brakes are super smooth. We got the max version here, so we got a 4-piston braking system. So we got a lot of that extra pair of pads basically per rotor, extra metal on metal, so greater stopping power. Honestly, I gotta say that when we set out today to go off-roading with the Nami Burn E, I was a little hesitant, like it's a street scooter, but this has certainly impressed me. It's been great. I was thinking this thing can't handle, you know, trails like this, like the ones we're doing right now. I thought no way, but it proved me wrong today, and this is proof. We got it on film here. It's amazing ride experience, off-roading, having some fun. You know, challenge yourself a little bit and enjoy, but always make sure that you are well protected. Obviously you can see me, I'm fully geared up. I always do. I think it's very important at the bare bone minimum, always wear a helmet, but it's certainly not a bad idea to gear up with elbow, knee pads, and some back and chest protector. You never know, especially if you're doing this type of riding, 100% you need it, right? So the more fun you want to have, the more protection. So remember, don't dress for the fashion, dress for the spill, as they always say. Now let's rip out of here, baby. So this is another fun expedition, getting to do some off-road, serious off-road riding with the Nami Burn E. Definitely not concerned about range. This 40 amp hour battery, you know, probably the range will drop down with this type of riding for sure than compared to the streets, because motors are certainly working a little bit harder. But you know, who knows, maybe we should do a range test, an off-road range test. But on-road, this thing can probably, not probably, but the 40 amp hour battery, you can certainly get up to 100 kilometers in range. Off-road, I'm gonna probably guesstimate this type of riding that we could probably get at least 60, I'd say, if you're, you know, working the motor, revving it. But again, like I always say, no better way to explore than on an electric vehicle, where you can really go anywhere. I got some serious rocks. So now we're getting into some heavy rocky areas, but we're here. This is all artificial, by the way, this trail. We're at the Tommy Thompson Trail, of course, where it's artificially made. A lot of the rubble from all the construction, they drop here. But you know what? It serves for a great playground. Lots of trails in here so far, many of which permit the use of bicycles, e-scooters, and e-bikes. But there are some that, you know, that you're not allowed to go on. They don't want bicycles or, of course, scooters or e-bikes to be on. But there are many to choose from. Definitely many to have fun. This is a nice playground. Anyways, I'm having a lot of fun here. So yeah, it's another area. If you haven't checked it out yet before and you're in the Toronto area, I give it a thumbs up and recommend you try it out. I'm not disappointed, and don't think you will be either. So always try new things, right? Keep life interesting. So I guess this is probably comparable to, you know, somebody that would live in the countryside, where, you know, there's not that many city streets, but I'm sure there's many areas like this where you can cut through, have a lot of fun, and enjoy probably kilometers and kilometers of off-roading. You know, it's really great. You know, you're outdoors. It's a complete escape from the real world, and just you and nature at its finest. This is picture perfect. So, terrain keeps changing on us. It's a little bit smoother now, a little bit more hilly, but means nothing with these motors, these dual motors here, powerful. Can't even feel it, really. Just taking a pit stop. I'm actually tired. It's you know, like you don't think of it, but riding a scooter that we're using just throttle and no pedaling like a bicycle, that you're gonna get tired. But you know, off-roading, I'm actually kind of out of breath here. It's just you know, keeping your balance, holding it, and when you're, you know, going over rocks and obstacles, you know, your body, you don't realize it, but you're totally tightening up, and your muscles are working. You know, I'm definitely getting some sort of workout guaranteed here. You know, as funny as it may sound on a scooter, but it's true. It is true. So, anyways, let's continue this ride. Glad I got this handy dandy hydro pack with me today. So, highly recommend it, by the way, especially for a scooter where it's hard to have a bottle cage, but really cool. Let's go. Do a little bit of shredding here. Beautiful view here on this trail. You can see the city, you know, and you're still in the city, but out of the city. So now that we've done some rocks, I'm pretty confident here. It's very smooth. A little bumpy, of course, but nothing that the Nami suspension can't handle. A lot of people always ask, how does the Nami Burn E compare to the Wolf King GT? And you know, the truth is they're both amazing machines, both great and both unique in their own ways. Every rider, I think, kind of has their preference, but I think, you know, both are good all-around electric scooters. One, I would say, maybe feels a little torquier, like off the get-go, the Wolf King GT, where the Nami has a smoother transition, I find, a softer transition, not as aggressive, but still has actually they have the same speed. So, you know, it just really depends on kind of what kind of feel you prefer personally as a rider, right? So, you know, obviously the stem is different. Here we got the single pole, but nice carbon stem. Maybe I'm gonna say this one probably has a better turning radius because of that, but maybe some riders with the double stem that the Wolf King offers feel more secure. But I think, you know, either way, you can't really go wrong. I just got to stop here because this is a gorgeous view. Let me get down here. But as you can see, wow, there are no boundaries with these scooters. You can get to see a little bit of everything, even the pirate ships coming across. Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Or Pirates of the Torontonians. So as I was saying about the Wolf King GT, the Nami Burn E, both very similar in specs, but also both very unique in their own way. You know, perhaps we gotta do another video comparing the Wolf King GT soon. I'd like to actually take the Nami Burn E on our next video on a city ride. Again, maybe an evening ride would be nice in the city, just to see how it performs. Obviously, we can expect it to perform great, but it's nice to always see and document it actually happening. But This is actually the first time for myself even that I've taken the Nami Burn E off-road, and again I'm very surprised on how well it's performed, and it exerts the same amount of confidence off-road as you get on-road. So great, like this thing's definitely passed my off-road challenge, so it's got my certified seal of approval as a great off-road scooter. Despite having what many people say are street tires, I think it still performs perfectly on the 11-inch by 4-inch CST tires, tubeless tires. All right, guys, so I just took a little pit stop here with the view, of course. After some heavy riding, I just decided this is going to be a nice spot to talk about some specs on the Nami Burn E, one of the best scooters ever built. This scooter, as you can see, has a one-piece aluminum aviation grade frame, very robust exoskeleton, really cool looking, very unique, and an unbelievable design. We have dual 1500 watt motors. That's nominal power in the front and rear. The peak power is actually 4,200 watts each. So we're talking about 8,400 watts of peak power, which delivers insane speeds of up to 95 kilometers an hour. That's what this baby is capable of. The feeling of the acceleration, although it goes so fast, is, as we said many times before, with the Namis, very smooth, very soft, goes really nicely and hits top speeds very quickly. You know, that's thanks probably to the sine wave controllers that have, there's dual sine wave controllers here that feature 12 MOSFETs at 50 amp current each. The suspension, super soft. We got 165 millimeter hydraulic coil shocks with rebound adjustability on both the front and rear. We have 160 millimeter disc rotors that are stopped by a 4-piston braking system. So 4-piston meaning, of course, that you got dual brakes on the front and rear. So more metal stopping, more disc touching more of it, meaning quicker stopping and nice stopping with the beautiful Nami Logan hydraulic disc brakes. Obviously, we can see here the Nami features a nice carbon fiber single stem. We got the steering damper, which is very good, especially when traveling at high speeds. It gives it that kind of tightness, so it's not, your steering is never really wobbles out of control, you know, so it's that feels really good. The stem is also really secure. The Nami features a cut, like kind of like a, you know, it's got a kind of a quick release that's very tight, but as well, this is a screw almost, so it's super secure. So I could just demonstrate quickly to you how that's folded. So as you can see, there's a lot here. Folds down really easy. There's no locking mechanism here, but I mean, that's fine. You just got to do it carefully. You know, you might want to do this every once in a while when you want to transport it by vehicle. It is a big boy for sure. It's comes in at about 47 kilograms, which is just a little bit over 100 pounds. So, you know, it's not light, but that's what you get when you need performance. Something heavy duty. Obviously, we did some off-roading. It's got great protection. As you can see, all the dust that I've picked up here today. Full fenders in the rear here, and they're covering here the CST 11-inch by 4-inch street tires. These are street tires, actually. Probably if you're doing a lot of off-roading, you may want to consider off-road tires. I would imagine that the performance would probably be even better. However, I honestly had absolutely no problem with these stock CST tires. You saw the video, I was shredding these trails here, going over rocks, obstacles, and it just felt just great. We got a dual charging port, comes standard with a 5 amp charger. If you want to get a second charger to speed up your charging process to make it double the speed, you can do that. We currently have the 72 volt 40 amp hour batteries, but we still have the 72 volt 32 amp hour batteries, so which is still gives amazing range. I think the difference is probably, you know, when the range tests that Nami did is when you're traveling at a speeds of 30 kilometers an hour, they say you can get a range of up to 100 kilometers, probably with the 32, and then with the 40, we're looking at maybe 120. So you're getting that extra, you know, extra range. But if that's not so important to you, I mean, with a 32 amp hour, you could save $800 from the original price. The Nami 40 was the original price of the 32, and now the 32 has come down in price. So that's, in my opinion, a great bargain. But if you need to have that extra range, 40 is available for sure. All right, so I'm just gonna pick up the stem here, close it up. As I talk, I'll say we also have 360 degrees lighting. There's LED strip lighting all around the deck. By the way, really wide deck with nice grip tape, so super comfortable when going at high speeds. You know, you can stand on the deck parallel, very easy. It's certainly wide enough, or, you know, when you're in aggressive mode. I like to stand like this, I guess most people do, with 1 foot behind, probably on the back kick plate, which gives more than enough room. I think I touched on the steering damper as well. I did. It has adjustability. Yeah, we also have a front light, very bright, the same light that's featured now in all the Nami models. It's a 2000 lumen, which is very effective to brighten your way during the nighttime. You got the horn. The horn is actually seated right underneath, right here. Pretty loud. Will definitely get attention. We got the thumb throttle, which I find to be very nice, very responsive. Some people prefer trigger, but again, this is all preference. I think it accelerates beautifully anyways. So yeah, honestly, the specs are obviously top notch on the scooter. It is the top of the line scooter. It certainly feels that way riding it. I'm having a total blast doing off-roading. I've only experienced this scooter before on the streets, but this has been a real eye-opener for me today, and to take it out here was something else. So, you know, maybe you already have a Nami Burn E, or maybe you're thinking about it and weren't sure because you want to do some off-roading. Well, this video and review proves that it is certainly possible. There are no limits. You know, listen, if something goes wrong, you break something, we at Epic Cycles, we have every part to basically rebuild this scooter with the help of Michael Shaw, of course. You guys are all taken care of. You know, the Nami stands behind their products, and together we have what it takes to fix anything here. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this review, off-road experience with me. We're gonna head back out. Certainly, I'm going to give this scooter a nice wash. You know, remember, if you're going to do off-road, it is an expensive scooter. Please make sure to do your part of your maintenance. Always keep it clean, because, you know, dirt will deteriorate your scooter over time. Take care of it. So in the next video, I'll take the same scooter. You'll see it'll be pristine, clean. the way it's supposed to be. Anyways, guys, thank you again for joining me on another epic adventure. Wishing you an epic day or night. Peace.